Hi guys, welcome back. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. And so this morning I'm going to do something a little simple. I actually was experimenting with it as a meal, but I had some leftovers, so I'm like, well, I want to make them for a nice little brunch today. And the first thing is this is like a Caprese salad omelet thing. So it's kind of cool, kind of fun, and it's really simple. So I've got a pan here. It doesn't matter what kind of pan. I didn't have a whole lot of small pans, because you know me. So I'm heating up a little olive oil. And the first thing I want to do is I got some of these really great, these are grape tomatoes. They were really fresh and they were BOGO. So I'm going to use a lot of them for a bunch of stuff. I'm putting them in wraps, whatever. And I just want to get them, a handful of them in the pan. And that's too much, but that's right, I'll eat them. And we just want to roll them around in the olive oil here a little bit. And I want to get them to just start to blister. While they're blistering, I got some basil just plucked from my garden. Just want to get these leaves off. Don't want to eat the stems. So let me just get some here. One of my rabbits loves basil, so he gets whatever's left. So I'll be nice to him today. I like basil too. It's good to fight for it. Like I've always said, you know, so we just want to kind of stack it up. I have a new plant. I had a nice plant and it got kind of shredded in a storm the other night. So this is what was left of it. Alright, so we just kind of roll it up. Take a knife. Zip, 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 zip. Take that, put it on a plate here. Get rid of this. Alright, let's see how these babies are doing. Ooh, they're starting to sizzle. Oh, they're dancing around. Trying to finish my olive oil. You know when there's this much in the bottom and you really don't need it all, but you're like, oh, I could use that. Now you can hear them now, man. They're just blistering, sizzling. Obviously they're going to stay hot for a minute or so, so we're just going to keep an eye on these. Because the rest of it just goes so fast, you know. Oh, there goes another one. Another one. Believe it or not, this actually smells good. It's just, you know, really good olive oil, I just think smells great. And it's kind of nice to use a pan that's got some sides to it, even though now I'm seeing stuff spray everywhere. I was thinking that would contain it a little bit. Or just using a saute pan. But I guess that's why I don't design pans. So I certainly have some pretty little tomatoes. Just want them just a little bit more. Things are going crazy. I have to remember before I start my omelet, I got to turn the heat down. I've got it on like a little over medium, but it's pretty toasty. Oh. So it's so fun to do this kind of stuff, you know. It's not hard. Yes, so you have to wash an extra pan, and I try to not do that, but this is an exception to the rule, okay? Okay, now I definitely gotta turn it down. Got some pretty blistered. So now, if we had a caprese salad, we'd have some balsamic vinegar, right? So I just want to drizzle a little over these. Guess I need to turn it down more than I did. I'm going to lift it off the heat. Well, that made a mess. Alright, so I'm going to set these aside. So now I've just got a little balsamic in there. Just going to let them sit and cool down a little bit. So now I got my little omelet pan here. I'll get the heat back up. Just going to melt a little butter. Don't be, stingy with the butter. Splat it all over me. I would die from this. Alright, so now we gotta do, while we're waiting for our pan to do what it's supposed to do, always take a nice balloon whisk. Got a nice little dish. That's whatever you want, or a bowl. These stainless dishes I've just had forever, and I just think they work really well. Whoops. So since it's just for me, I just want to crack 3 eggs. Into the sink. 1. 2. I'm already thinking, okay, I have 2 eggs left. What can I use them for? Let's always be thinking ahead. Okay. Make my eggs away from the heat. Make sure my pan's nice and coated. You can clarify the butter if you want, or use ghee, as they say. But I really don't think we have to get that fancy for cooking a couple eggs, But I do want to whisk these really well because we want to break up all that protein in here. That's why balloon whisk works so well. Set that aside. If you really want to clean another appliance, you can use a blender. We used to use those drink master things that work. Like you use in ice cream shops to make. I was paying attention. I lost my train of thought there for a while. Okay, this is really it. Got a nice, that's a little bit of foam to it. I'm not trying to make a custard. Let's get this back on the heat. It'll heat instantly. And so what I want to do, I want to get this poured right in here. want to get some black pepper in here before it starts to set too much. Some people are like, if you're fanatical, use white pepper so it doesn't show. Alright, so I like to use a spatula, and I thought that was just starting to get too hot too fast. And we just work around the edge so that the uncooked egg kind of come over the edge. Then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of gently, easily make sure we're getting a nice even edge. So we fold this thing up. I don't think omelets were intended to be like really thick. I think this is exactly how I want to do it. Okay, now while that's getting set, make sure I'm okay, not sticking. Sometimes they get up by the rivets. I'll stick to the rivets. So now what I do, I've got some fresh mozzarella cheese. I want to get it in here so it can start melting. Just sliced real thin. Didn't have a whole lot left, but that's okay. And then I want to hit my, probably use a spoon, I guess I'll probably have to, right? See how talented I am. I want to get some of these tomatoes in here with that balsamic vinegar on them. And I put a few too many in here, but guess what? I like tomatoes. Works fine for me. Just kind of move them around. Alright, so what else? What's missing out of this? Really simple. Got fresh basil. Oh, yeah. Center's all nice and cooked. Turn off my heat. Grab my plate. Let's see if I can't just get this to slide. Oh, these tomatoes rolling everywhere. And flip. Ain't that a beauty? So, a couple things. One, it's really hot, so I can't take a bite out of it right now, even though I really, really want to. But you've got a perfectly browned egg. It's not burnt. It was nice and fluffy and flexible when I picked it out. And we just have a little flavor that's just kind of hanging out in there with that cheese and those tomatoes. And I just have to tell you that. Down in my top. But the sweetness, throw in there a little, that balsamic vinegar, just kind of rev it up a little bit. And this is a beautiful, beautiful little brunch, breakfast, whatever you want. I heated up some home fries I'm gonna eat with it. I'll link that to my bodacious home fries with the corned beef. That's just awesome, excellent, because I did that for dinner last night. So anyway, I hope everyone out there tries it. Thank you for watching, and please comment and subscribe. I think everyone will plan to subscribe now, so it's okay. Simple, great, can't go wrong kind of stuff. And I will tell you that my personal taste is you can eat it just like this, but if you want to toss it up a little bit, you could always put a little sour cream, maybe some fresh chive on top, and it would be just as good. So, that being said, thank you, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.